opportunities to revitalize your relationships with competitors, technology, and the marketplace itself. I'm going to show you how that works. But before I do that, I want to play a little game with you. You're going to be the Taiwanese company, and I'm going to be the U.S. attorney that comes to convince you you should hire me to handle your lawsuit. And here's we call it a pitch. It's a way that we try to convince you that you should hire us. And I would start by saying, now, you're about to bring a lawsuit. You have a patent. You're privileged because patent lawsuits are declining. This shows you, actually, you have to know how to read this graph. Only the blue counts. Those are the lawsuits in district courts. The yellow and the black usually duplicate. They're often the same suit, just in an administrative form. And you see litigation in the intellectual property field is going down. It's a privilege for you to bring your case. Now, at the same time, the number of patents is continuing to rise at a 300 to 400,000 a year in the U.S. Now, let me tell you why you want to hire us. Because we understand that the key thing you're looking for is damages. And the United States system has the best damages law in the world. And indeed, even if you brought suits elsewhere in the world, and I'll tell you in a moment that you must do that, you will want to settle in the U.S. where you get the good damages. And the truth is, the damages are going down. I won't mention that to you. I want you to think I can get you more. Now, I'm going to also tell you that in a quarter of the cases, you can get punitive damages. That's usually more than twice what the compensatory damages are. It's a great opportunity for you. Now, if you're a defendant, this is a great threat, of course. I would change my language if you were a defendant, but I'm sure you're all good patent owners, so I'm treating you as good patent owners. We can get a permanent injunction, but not as often today as in the past. This has actually been a weakness in the U.S. system. There's a way to get around the weakness. I'll show you in just a minute. We're going to go to Germany, where we will get an injunction. And we won't have to use this to get it. Excuse me making fun of your regulated times. And then I will tell you, but the real key to hiring me is that I understand the procedures. And indeed, it's become very procedurally complex, even to get the right court. If we're the plaintiff, we want, which one of these? It doesn't work. If we're the plaintiff, we want to be in Delaware or Texas. If we're the defendant, we want to be in California. But even more important than that is, We want the right judge in those courts. I put up a good friend of mine there, Alan Albright. He has the most patent cases in the U.S. right now. Why? Because he is perceived as very friendly to patent owners. We get to decide where to sue. We want to go to him. He's in El Paso, Texas, by the way. And then I would tell you, by the way, I've hired one of his law clerks to work for my law firm. So you should come use us because we know how to get the case before Judge Albright, and his law clerk will help us win. Now, I'm going